sound deadening in this thing is pretty good, but holy shit. This thing is crazy loud. Hey man, like the backfires, like shit. Alright, so we're filling up with that good old E85. I'm gonna put like 20 bucks in here. It should be good. This car is unbelievably dirty right now. Crazy dirty, but we want to go ahead and get this thing detailed before I do throw on a little appearance mod that I did get for this thing. I think it definitely will look nice. Because I did go ahead and get a new rear deck lid. I got the new deck lid from a 2019 Plus, and I think those look real good, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that on the car. But I want to get a detail first before I do it, so everything looks good, because that deck lid is like literally brand new. So when I have everything in good condition when it does go on. All right, we got the E, good old corn juice. Put this thing back in the track mode. This thing sounds crazy, bro. Oh man. Oh man. You can smell the whiff of E85 every time you do a downshift. We'll do a little 40 roll here. It ain't gonna hook for shit. And that got away from me pretty bad. Oh my God. I know we painted 11s down that road. I need to go ahead and upgrade these tires. Like this is dangerous. Like this is legitimately dangerous what I'm doing right now. And I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, 500 horsepower is nothing, but like, fellas, I'm on like the first gen Pilot Super Sports. These are junk. They're at 32 psi. I mean, I probably should drop them down, but like, dude, like these are not even like tires that you want to really drop down, man. I need to just go ahead and just put on an ET Street SS for these 19s, but I don't really know if that's a good tire for a 19. I know the Pilot Sport 4S's are good too. I have not decided yet, man. I have not decided yet. what I'm gonna be doing. But in this video, I want to get you guys some revs of this exhaust setup, man, because this shit sounds fast. Oh god, this shit sounds, dude, this car, it is something else, man. I can't even go ahead and like see the true potential with this shit until I get an actual tire, because I drag it to test it, but like I can't do it properly on these tires, bro. I'm spinning at like 55 miles an hour, and that's kind of where you want to hit it for a draggy. 50, forget it. 40, shit, I almost put the thing into a tree over there going 40. So let me get y'all some revs, and then go ahead and set the GoPro outside the car. Actually, you know what, let me do some revs inside the car right now, so you guys can kind of hear what it sounds like, man. It's Sunday, warehouse 2. God damn, bro. Oh my goodness, man. Let's get the fuck out of here. Alright, we're out of that area. You can hear the brakes going. God, man. And all those revs are in the track mode. Tell you, man, Stainless Works long tube headers, Catless with the Ford Performance resonator delete with the stock mufflers, the active mufflers, really unlocks that voodoo noise, man. You kind of like the backfires with the downshifts too. Some guys are telling me to go ahead and get the Corsa X pipe, but I feel like that's gonna take away from the voodoo sound, because I don't want to go ahead and like get rid of that, because right now this sounds exactly how I wanted this car to sound. Exactly, because it still has some factory components. I mean, this is why I was in this area here, because it's like you're bouncing off the walls and whatnot. So it's like, oh geez, the echo, like, I mean, listen to this, guys. You get that whiff of E85, yeah, it doesn't, oh god. Oh man, I can't help but smile every time I do downshifts, because it literally sounds exactly how I want it. It's crazy, because only thing I've done is just headers. That's it, headers, and it had the resonator delete already on it. I thought it was stock, but after putting the headers on, I looked again. It definitely has the resonator delete, and it actually still had like the kind of like the imprint of the bagging that the Ford Performance resonator delete comes in. That was actually kind of just like melted onto it. So I know this is a factory resonator delete on here too, but this thing sounds fucking insane, man. Got some windows up action. Even with the windows up, is loud as fuck, but it's a good loud. It's not like an annoying loud. And there's still a tone to it. That's the best part. There's still a tone. And I feel like that's very important. There's a good mixture between like loud and like a tone. And I feel like if I were to put like, you know, an X pipe or like, you know, put some like Corsa Extremes or a Bullet Attack, it would probably lose that tone. It would still sound good, but it would lose that tone. And I also probably wouldn't have the active mufflers, which I do like to have the active mufflers. Oh my God, man. Oh my God, man. Just the windows up, bro. It still sounds good as fuck. You can't go wrong with it, man. Like, you just can't. And also, I'm gonna put this out there right now. Some of you guys in my last video were talking about how the clutch was slipping. You were right. The clutch was actually slipping when I did the no lift shift from 2nd, 3rd to 4th. I actually went out later that night to go ahead and test and data log the car again, and it actually didn't slip. But what that is kind of telling me is that this clutch is on its way out, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and upgrade this clutch sooner than later. What's gonna have to happen is that I'm gonna pretty much be alternating between when I do no lift shifting and when I do not do no lift shifting. So every run that I do with the car, every time I take it out, like if I don't need to no lift shift, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm definitely not gonna be doing it back to back, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gear, because that is causing some strain on the clutch. Because here's the thing, even though this car only has like 12,000 miles on it, the sudden increase of torque is what usually goes ahead and causes clutches to fail, because obviously this car, from my understanding, it's been stock the entire life. So there's been 10,500, well actually 10,800 miles on it. That's when I got it. Pretty much just stock use on the clutch, which is theoretically a lot on a factory part for a track car. Now obviously when I got it, I very quickly went ahead and upped the horsepower and torque, and that's gonna cause, you know, a little bit of shock. So I'm gonna have to upgrade this clutch. I am just gonna jump right to the McLeod RXT, the twin disc clutch, immediately. I'm not gonna go ahead and get like a middle of the line clutch within McLeod, because I do go ahead and plan on boosting this car in the near future. So we're just gonna go ahead and get that knocked out. Now I'm pretty much doing the opposite of what I did with the 2-valve, because I knew when I went ahead and upgraded the clutch in the 2-valve, it was going to be, you know, some time, you know, when that car was going to see more power. And, you know, it did actually get turned up quite a bit, but this car, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right to the RXT. I hope it doesn't feel heavier than what this is stock. Let me know down in the comment section for those of you guys who have, you know, McLeod RXT or maybe even the RST. How does it compare to stock? Because I really like the way this stock clutch feels in this car. It feels just, I mean, it literally feels just like my Subaru's clutch, which has a South Bend stage 3 clutch, which is a pretty strong clutch in that car, but it's designed to feel like stock. That's kind of what I want to have with this car, because this clutch is super light, super easy to use, and I hope the RXT feels somewhat similar. Like, I don't want to go to like a heavy ass clutch, because, you know, I don't want it to feel like the 2-valve. The 2-valve compared to this, it felt like ass as far as shifting it. That's why I can shift this car and drive this car a lot quicker than I can with the 2-valve, because of how, you know, hydraulic versus, you know, cable, and just the feel itself. This feels a lot more dialed in. It just feels a lot better, and I do not want to go back to that, because that's not fun in my personal opinion anymore. Yes, it feels more race car, but I mean, smooth is fast, and because this is a smooth clutch, I can drive the car a hell of a lot faster. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just want to go ahead and just enjoy the car and the new exhaust setup, man. I'm really enjoying the long tube headers and E85 combo, man. Definitely need to go ahead and get a tire as soon as possible because this thing is legitimately it's dangerous, man, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll get it dialed in. The next batch of mods, I think, for this car definitely are gonna be an actual drag setup, and I believe I'm gonna have to go ahead and get some aerospace brakes for the rears so I can run the proper sizing drag setup, because I do not really want to run a 20-inch weld or something like that. That just rubs me the wrong way. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, set your boy ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, man. Deuces.